Hey, this is Loss, Love, and all the other shit in between. The Marc Ian Eriksson edition. Doing this podcast today because I'm on my way now to Aston Villa. I'm on my way to the Villa Park. Just pulled up into Aston, and today's pretty emotional. It's the last game that I went to with my little brother was Aston Villa Newcastle. So it's always tough. You know, it's usually hard to get hold of a ticket, but because I'm a Claret member, I'm able to get tickets whenever I want to. So yeah, it's always an emotional day. 6 years yesterday, my marriage ended and my wife left, and my life completely flipped upside down. So yes, it was pretty tough, and today's just as tough because of the game, and feeling very emotional this week, and never felt so alone in my life. But today, I love going to the game. I love going to watch the football. Life is all about experiences, and yes, I'm all about sharing them experiences with people. But you know, when you're on your own, you know, you don't really get that opportunity. You try to, but they don't necessarily want to. But that's what it is. But yeah, I remember going to the games quite a lot, and people that know me know that I go to the games all the time. And I enjoy going. Obviously, I'd love to share them moments with somebody else that I love, but you know, until that happens, then it's just me. Yeah, one of these memories, my late father-in-law James, he came to a game with me at Villa Park. He actually came to a couple of games, but James, I don't know if you remember these steps. Steps are famously well known when they're wet, and I remember falling down these steps at Villa Park at Aston train station, and I fell and I was caked in mud, and James was pissing himself. You know, I could have caused major damage. These steps are a nightmare, especially when you've had a couple of beers. Yeah, so that was Villa Tottenham, I think the last game that we went to, but when we were still living in England before I moved to South Africa. So yeah, this is Aston, and yeah, so I'm going to the game today for my little brother, and yeah, it's always an emotional day for sure. And like I always say, no matter the result, it's all about the experience. So sorry. Yeah, so I'm going to the game today. For him and for me, I don't act like I'm not selfish in that way. Obviously, I'm going to the game because I love my team. It's my life. But one of the what happened at the game, my little brother, he knew that my favourite player was Ashley Young. He played for Aston Villa a few years ago, and then he came back again before he went to Man United and moved on to Inter Milan, and then he came back to Villa. You know, he was one of my favourite players of all time for Aston Villa. You know, he played with his heart, and he always wore his heart on his sleeve, and he was die-hard Aston Villa for sure in the Martin O'Neill era. And I said to my little brother after the game, I said to him, look brother, I really want to meet Ashley Young. And he said, right, well, we're going to do it. So we went into an area where, you know, you're not allowed to. You're not supposed to be in that area. But us Eriksson boys, we always get up to mischief, and we'll always get into areas that we're not supposed to. And you always take that risk, right? So I ended up going into the players' area where you're not supposed to be in. And Ashley Young was one of the last players to come out that evening. And he had his two boys with him. I think they were twins. I mean, they looked about 5-6 years of age. And it looked like a nanny of some sort. So they got into this Range Rover. And it was a massive Range Rover. And obviously I'm 5 foot and an inch. Both my brothers are 6 foot odd. And so I went up to the window and I said, Ashley, yeah, please, can you sign my shirt? And I was kind of struggling because obviously Land Rover was pretty high. And I was trying to get to the window, and Ashley was trying to get round his two boys to sign the shirt. So my brother, obviously we had a few beers. My little brother Marc, he grabbed both my ankles and he picked me up and pushed me in the window. So I actually ended up inside the Land Rover. I rolled into the Land Rover, and bless them, both of the kids were in so much fear. The nanny, I thought she was going to kill me. And I said, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get Ashley's signature. My brother's like, oh no, bruv, just get his autograph. And no, bless Ashley, he was really nice, and he signed the front of my shirt. Obviously I would have preferred if he signed the back of my shirt, because then I would have been able to frame it like I did with Coutinho's shirt and all the other players I've met over the past. But yeah, he signed the front of my shirt. So I've still got the shirt, and I'll post a picture up on Facebook. When I get the opportunity, I'll post the shirt just so I can show you guys. I can't frame it, because obviously when you frame a shirt from the front end, everybody will always ask, who's that? Whose shirt's that? But yeah, it was a memory that stuck with me for my whole entire life, and I'll never forget that. So yeah, my little brother was a mad Newcastle fan. We were all Glasgow Rangers fans growing up, but even though I'm a Roman Catholic, before I changed to Judaism and became a Jew and what have you over them years, my mum changed this. But I was Glasgow Rangers, so when we moved to England, we all picked teams. My little brother picked Newcastle, my other brother picked Man United, and I picked Aston Villa. Well, it was Liverpool at first, but then I changed when I was still of age. And I know you're probably thinking, what? Why did you change from Liverpool? I just didn't feel them anymore. So I've been with Aston Villa for, I don't know, 30 years, 30 something years. Once you're stuck to them, you don't give up on that kind of thing. But yeah, so today I'm remembering Marc and all the great memories that I had with my little brother. And yeah, it's tough. It's been a tough day. Very emotional. I was working on the podcast to be released next week, Friday the 25th, where I'm tackling loss, which I'm going to solely work on the element of what I've lost, and it's mainly going to be about my mum and that whole situation that I went through at that time, and then Marc dying 5 months later, the 2 redundancies, the alopecia, the certain element of my life in 1 year that I don't think many people would be able to go through. I'd say what I went through, but what they went through, and everybody else involved in my circle, in my bubble, that went through that 1 year. But I'm only going to obviously discuss what I went through, because I can't pass judgment or talk for somebody else. I can only talk for myself. I love going. I love the whole experience, having a couple of beers beforehand, grabbing a burger from the van, which I'm going to do just now. So I'm going to be pausing the video, and when I get my burger, nobody wants to watch me eat, and then I'm going to unpause when I have a beer, and then I'm going to pause again, and then I'm going to pause it again, when the game starts, and hopefully, look, at the end of the day, hopefully the best team wins. And I know my Geordie friend, my Newcastle fan, he's going to message me at some point later, no matter what happens. But yeah, no, this is my little brother, and I just want to celebrate him. What we do with loss is that we tend to mourn the people that have gone, but over time you learn to celebrate them, and you learn to celebrate their lives, and it just gets that little bit easier to deal with. And yes, I get emotional, yes, I shed a tear from time to time, but the truth of the matter is I want to celebrate the life that I had with him and not mourn the time that I haven't got him. That's the last thing they would want. The last thing they would want is for us to cry over them and wish we had more time with them. Yes, I do. Of course I would love to. Marc was the funniest, most loving guys that I ever met in my life. People think that I'm funny, and I am. And at times they probably think I'm funny looking as well. I don't want to get run over. They probably think I'm one of the funniest looking guys as well, but I am funny. I like to have a laugh. Life's too serious. But Marc was extremely funny, and I wouldn't be able to take any credit for that. He was dry-witted. He would tell you how it is. He didn't care. He didn't have any fear. I know he suffered from anxiety and he had his issues growing up, and my mum brought him up a certain way that, you know, you could probably say was probably the wrong way. But again, my mum was doing what she needed to do, and, you know, she done what she felt was best. So my brother was a delicate soul at times, and during the whole ordeal with mum dying, you know, he was struggling. He was, you know, had problems with his relationship, and then he had issues with life in general and how to balance everything. And I tried to help him, and yeah, I do feel at times I could have done a hell of a lot better, for sure. And yeah, I have certain regrets. I wish I could have done more, but I can't take that back. I've got to kind of live with that now. And yeah, he was an amazing kid. Taken way too young. He still had a lot of life to live. He had 2 beautiful boys, both named after mine and his brothers' names. So yeah, I'm very honoured that both his kids were named after me and my brother. And yeah, but yeah, it's an emotional day. But you know, no matter what happens, I'm going to have a good day either way. Booked into a hotel in Birmingham. I'm going to stay here tonight. I'm going to celebrate a bit more later. I'm going to have a few drinks. I promise I won't post any videos when I've been drinking. I've had a couple now, but nothing too massive. I'm going to get some food now, and then I'm going to head into the game. So I will pause now, and then I will join back in once I'm inside Villa Park. But yeah, so thank you to everybody that's watched my video so far. I am now close to, I think I'm 1 away from 300 views, so I'm very, very happy. So thank you. I'm honoured and very appreciative, guys, that have watched my videos so far. There's a lot more to come. I'm going to do a proper sit-down podcast. I've been working on that for the last week. I'm going to do that probably Easter Sunday in the evening. Worst case scenario, Monday. I go to Greece on Thursday afternoon, which I'm looking forward to. Anyone want an ice cream? And yeah, it's going to be good. I'm going to really enjoy myself when I'm away. But I think I need to cover the element of loss. I think it's my therapy session, and it will be somebody else's therapy session, because they're going to get something from it and understand that they're not alone. And we lose people on a regular basis, and it's extremely hurtful, painful, and you just got to learn to try and get that balance and try and work around it. It's really difficult. I've friends that have lost so many loved ones over the last 8 to 10 months, and it takes a while. It really does take a long time, and it never goes away. It always stays with you, but you've got to learn to embrace it. You've got to learn to balance yourself. And for all them people that are all alone, that have lost somebody, there's some really good organisations out there. I will put them down below. They can help you. And I know I had my kids, my ex-wife, and some friends that really helped me through all my ordeals, but there's certain individuals that don't have them people. So guys, please reach out, contact me. I will gladly help you get the support that you need. You don't have to do this by yourself. You generally don't. I felt like I was alone at times, but the real ones always come through, and they'll always be there to back you up. All right, so I'll always back you up. So let's become friends, and I'll help you. All right, so I'll pause now, and then I'll continue when I get inside Villa Park. All right, thank you. Hello. So before I continue the video, I'm going to finish eating my Villa burger, but I just want you guys to see the view that I see when I come to Villa Park, so you can get a feeling. Obviously a bit late. Game kicks off in about 20 minutes. Give me enough time to quickly down a beer, get the whole aspect of being here. So this is Villa Park. I'll show you now. So this is the whole pub. And then this is the walk, the famous walk. And I remembered many stories when we came here, when we were younger. Me and my brother, Ken Star, Bucharest. Yeah, that's another story. Back in the days. A little bit of pork scratching. Everybody wants some pork scratchings. So you got the Villa pub. And this is where I always sit in the whole end. The whole end is the whole end is where I always sit, the atmosphere, where the main team is. Sorry, I got a bit of ketchup there. Not ideal. When you're filming yourself, I do apologise. But yeah, so this is Villa Park. But I love it. That's where I love to come. This is my home away from home. And can't believe how bad. I do apologise. But I'm starving, I haven't eaten all day. But I love it, the atmosphere, the buzz, the adrenaline rushing through your body. And then when Marcus Rashford gets on the ball, come on. But yeah, today was pretty emotional. I kind of brought up so many memories, you know, and the good times that I had with my little brother, and I'll never forget that. It's something that will stay with me forever. Because that's all we do have, right? It's all we do have is our memories. And a lot of people don't have photographs, they don't have video. And all we really have is our memories that are stuck in our brain. And I know when we go through loss, our brain goes cloudy and we forget things and we struggle to manage every day. But I just want you to know you're not alone. And it takes time. It really does take time. So, guys, just please reach out if you need help. There's always somebody that's going to be there to help you. And it's not a sign of weakness. It generally isn't. It's not a sign of weakness at all. You know, we're all built different. We're all wired different. So a lot of people can't cope with loss. A lot of people can't deal with rejection. Trust me, I don't deal well with rejection. It doesn't feel nice. It doesn't make you feel nice as a person. Why would anybody want to reject you in any which way or form? Either it be a job, a relationship, or a friendship, or in anything that you're going through. Rejection is never a great thing because it makes you question yourself, and it makes you question that you're not good enough. You are good enough. You are worth something. You just need to know your worth. All right, so you need to work on yourself. So I've been working on myself for a while, and I've been in the gym now for over a year, and I feel great and I feel amazing. And I didn't do that for women. I didn't do that for anyone else but myself. I went through a massive health scare a couple of years ago where they told me I had 2 strokes, and they couldn't believe that I'm still alive. So I showed the symptoms and everything else that I shouldn't be alive now. And I remembered when my mum passed away, when she was in the coma, and that vision when the ambulance door opened up at the hospital and blood was coming out of her eyes, ears. But, you know, I'm not going to go into detail. It was really horror-like to see. And I had visions of that when my daughter was there, when the ambulance door opened up when I was taken to hospital. And I had that vision, and I realised what it actually meant and what I had to do in my life to make my life better, because I want to be there for my kids, and I want to be there for my kids' kids. And because of my neglect through my marriage and everything else, I just didn't look after myself well. You get in that comfort zone. So I just thought, you know what? I'm just going to do what I need to do to make sure I'm around here for a long, long time. So the people that didn't want me to stay a long time, I'm sorry for you. I'm going to be staying for a while yet, hopefully. And so yeah, this is my club, this is my team, and I love it. And all the songs are coming in now. And Ollie Watkins is playing tonight, so I'm extremely happy. And my main man, Morgan Rogers, is playing as well. Got him on the back of my shirt. And everyone that knows me, whenever I get a name on the back of my shirt, that player gets sold. The last player that did that was Jack Grealish. I got his shirt. It cost me like 120 quid for the shirt. Got the Grealish everything on the back. I wore it for like 10 minutes and he got injured, and then he was out for so many weeks, and when he came back he played 15 minutes of the last game, and then he got sold to Man City. So yeah, I never wear that shirt again, but you know, he is one of our own, and really proud of the guy, and yeah, maybe one day he'll come back to Villa. But yeah, this is my team. I love it. And yeah, and it was really amazing to share that experience with my brother. Even though it wasn't his team, he just enjoyed doing stuff with me. Both my brothers are the same. Both my brothers enjoy doing anything with me, either going to the movies, going to the pub, doing anything with me, which I'm, you know, really, it's makes me, you know, live with pride, you know, being the big brother that, you know, they want to spend time with their big brother, and I love that. So yes, this is for my little brother. I'm going to pause now, finish this burger, and then head inside, grab a pint quickly. I'll have a quick chat, and then I'll put the video on again when you walk up the stairs and you walk out into the whole end and everyone's gone mental, and share a little bit of experience what I go through. But yeah, thank you to everybody. If you are watching this, thank you. Please, everybody, up the Villa. I hope you guys subscribe. I'll really be really nice if you thumbs up the video. This is just a little warm-up. This is a little remembrance from my little brother Marc, so it's a little side video for him, out of respect, because I'm really not going to go into too much detail on my little brother. I don't want to paint any negative picture towards my brother. I love my brother, and I loved everything about him, and I still do, and I'm not going to go too deep with my little brother, because he's got 2 young boys, and I don't think it's fair if I say anything out of line that may affect their views on their dad. So no, I'm going to keep that to myself and to the people that love us, and they know. But yeah, I'm going to be walking soon. I'm going to go to the summit at Snowdon. I'm going to be posting that very soon. I'm doing that on June the 14th. Doing that for men's health, men's awareness, and I'll be posting that closer to the time. So I need to get sponsors, so I would be honoured. So I'm going to do a Just Giving page, and hopefully you guys will sponsor me. I'm stepping out of my comfort zone so I can help others, and it's all to do with men's suicide, which is massive. It's a huge big thing that happens, and again, that's down to men not expressing how they feel, keeping it all bottled up, and then eventually exploding. So, and the biggest majority of suicides are men. So guys, please, you know, if you're in a lot of trouble, please speak out. If I can help in any which way, I will. So I'm going to be doing that. I need to get £300 sponsor money for a worthy cause, so hopefully you guys can help me. And yeah, so I'm going to be posting that soon. When I get back home tomorrow, I'm staying in Birmingham this evening. A few drinks and a few parties, and then tomorrow on Easter. So I hope you guys have an amazing Easter. I will post this after the game on YouTube and on Spotify, and hopefully you guys are listening. It's more of a viewing video than it would be, you know, once I show you Villa Park and stuff, than actually listening to, but the audio option will be there. So thank you guys, and this is for you, Marc. I love you. I miss you every fucking day. There's not a day that goes by that I don't miss you, all right? And I was honoured to be a big brother, and I wish I could have done more. I wish I could have helped you more, and that's why I'm trying to do it now, so if I can help somebody so they don't do and make the wrong decisions. There's the Villa song, yeah, the Ozzy Osbourne. So I love you, and I love everyone, and I'm gonna unpause when I get inside, and not gonna have time for a beer now, but I've had a couple, so I'll be okay. All right, guys, I love you guys, and I'll quickly check back in before I shut down the video. No uplifting speech today. Just please, just be good to each other, love each other. You don't know what time we've got left, so let's enjoy it. Let's embrace life, and let's just help people. All right, guys, life is too short. Let's enjoy it. Aston Villa. All right, guys, be good. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon. All right.
For our village boys and make us feel hippie-I-A.
Seconds. Ollie Watkins. Ollie Watkins. Sorry, brother. What a start. Sorry, brother. Hey, man!